multiverse to behold. Seas of space, lady of grace, can't pick up the pace. You sprayed of ace, Luna, barracudas, never giving in, a way to win. Beyond time, stuck in the grind, running in the cold, a multiverse to behold. Seas of space, lady of grace, can't pick up the pace. You sprayed of ace, Luna, barracudas, never giving in. Open skies, trapped in light. The blue moon cries as a monster dies. Within dimensions, a willing ascension. Horrors beyond belief, mind bleeds in grief.
Alrighty, we're live. Today's just a chill pixel art. Everybody enjoys that. We're just working on, well, Luna. My main little avatar things. I've been making a new one. Been working on some perspective ones for trying to get. I'm trying to give her more of my own kind of, I guess, design. Make her more accurate to human proportions, I guess you would say. So I already got a lot of the emotes worked out for her and all that stuff, which is nice. So right now I'm just working on perspectives, which is difficult, I must say, when it comes to pixel art. Trying to get it to look 3D is always a pain. Anyways, I gotta bring up my references that I'm using so I can get, because I think the next one I'm going to be working on, oh yeah, this is made by, or if I make, hold on, I didn't mean to open up here, my bad. There we go. Have it on the other screen so I can look at it. But yeah, we're going to be working on the side profile. I've already got kind of 2 profiles worked out, trying to make her look 3-dimensional if possible, but it's difficult, as one can imagine. So, yeah. Well, while I'm doing this, I might as well talk about some games I'm looking forward to, such as, I believe, Mouse is coming out soon, Mouse PI. I am looking forward to that game. Definitely want to do, I don't think I'll live stream it, but I'll definitely do maybe a series on it or something similar to the Bendy series I did, as well as My Friendly Neighborhood, probably. Really got to start getting back into making videos and that kind of stuff. Try my best to just get this. Hold up. 3D Luna before GTA 6 got. I guess you can say that. It's a bit 3D, but not. Technically, it's a 2-dimensional character looking like she's on a 3-dimensional plane. That's basically what I'm trying to do. And stuff. Her knees around here. Yeah, this is where her kneecap is. She's a lot more proportional, let's just say. I use green here to mark where her hands are. I definitely think this definitely won't be totally the end design, probably. Sure, I am working on perspectives and stuff. I'm gonna definitely add maybe like pockets to do 2.5 then. Yeah, pretty close. We're gonna be working on this, just the side profile right now. Shoulders are about here. That's about where her shoulder starts. Just a nice chill time. And all that stuff. And of course, we have to mark where these bidonkers start at. That's how it goes. She's actually slightly tilted to face the right here and left. Basically, I already have like the head's kind of drawn out first, and then I make the main body and all that stuff. I also got some working on the mouth and all that kind of stuff here, trying to design how she'll look at different emotions. I am going to be using a different program for the avatar, so it won't be using the same program the old Luna used. It's going to be a little bit more advanced, so adding more, it's going to take probably a larger sprite sheet and all that kind of stuff. You know, you got blush, you got classic. Everybody loves the classic. It's a black screen, just to inform you. It is? Why is that? That is weird. Okay. What's going on here? Here, let me try something. That is very weird. Why is it doing that? Hold on. Now I have to go on my own stream to look at it. Because I'm like, what the heck's going on? It shouldn't be doing that. That is very weird. Okay, that's strange. Why is it a black screen for you? I can see it on my phone. It shouldn't be doing that. Yeah. That's weird. Yeah, I don't know what's happening here. Why is it a black screen for just Drew? Drew, are you having technical difficulties on your side? Because I could see my stream on my phone pretty clearly. That's very weird. That is very strange. I don't know what's happening there. That's very weird. Huh. Let me just... I've been switching to intermission to see if that helps it or not. I don't know. Is it working now, Drew? Then I'll do a restart. Yeah, I'm sorry, Drew. I don't... It seems to be fine on my side. I don't know what's causing it for you. Indeed, my side was being a gremlin. Sad face. That happens. Well, when you come back, I'll show off the faces and that stuff. I'm just going to continue drawing Luna, I guess. That reminds me, I got to make a side head profile. That's going to actually be very difficult. I'll take this grump here. Not like that. Probably. There we go. I'm here. Give me your head. Yes, I got a head. A literal head. Okay, how am I going to do this? This is going to be a bit weird. It's like you're taking only half the face. I'll probably just have to draw an entirely new one. Eyes are about here. Top of her end of her hair is here. Chin here. Yeah, we'll just have to do an entirely different one. This is going to be very difficult, unfortunately. How's everybody doing today, may I ask? I'm having a pretty chill day. I had to help my dad move in a new dishwasher and stuff. Oh, wrong layer. Okay, the head usually goes... I've never done a side profile before, so this is going to be a bit difficult for me to grasp. I got to start making just kind of the basic head. Head goes like that. Yeah, move this over. Got way too close. But anyways, as I was saying, yeah, I'm looking forward to Mouse PI, which is definitely a game I'm looking forward to. I just love the cartoon style, and it reminds me of Benny the Ink Machine. I played that game for a little while. That one was a lot of fun. I played that on my channel for a little while and stuff. Doing pixel art side profiles is probably not the easiest thing to do. This is the first time doing it, so if it's bad, it's going to start off pretty bad. It's probably going to take a lot of adjustment and stuff. Just how it goes. Alright, it's about double. Just looking at the head side profile from the reference I'm looking at, made by Mike Cohn? Yeah. Art by Mike Cohn. Yeah. I saved some like anatomy photos online. So go check that guy out. He seems to be really good at it. Just trying to use it as a reference on how to do it. Looks like it's much shallower. Kind of like this instead of... My god, pixel by pixel is such a pain. Yeah, it can be. Once you get a relative understanding of it. There's many different ways to do pixel art. For example, what I'm doing right now is basically the equivalent of kind of a sketch, as someone would say. Like when you sketch with a pencil, this would be what I'm doing right now. Is sketching out kind of the basic shape. And then there's also with pixel art is kind of strange because you can sketch kind of, but it's also like sculpting a little bit. So let's just fill this in, for example. Fill that in, and then what you want to do is like you would chip away at it kind of almost to get a more rounded shape. And you have more of a proper head profile. So you can already see how it is actually starting to look like a proper side profile of a head. In basic terms. I think this actually needs to go in a bit for the eyes. Actually, what I'll do is... Actually, I think that's okay. I don't want to be too difficult. I think it'll be cut off. Her nose is actually... I wonder if it's too high. Because the nose is near the bottom here. Like this. Like it will be... The bottom of the eye will be right around here. I don't think that looks right. Yeah, the nose needs to be further down. Or maybe I need to make it smaller so it just looks a bit more realistic. I don't know. Like something like that. Or maybe like this. Because I know the eye should be. This is a bit difficult because of the fact that the way her head's been already set up, the nose is around a little just below her eyes, but when you look at a human face, the nose is much further down. A lot of the times, like her head is very round. It's not like elongated like a human head is a lot of the time. That's the difficult part. So trying to figure out how I'm gonna cope with that is the tough part. Like I'm wondering what I should do for that. Questions that sometimes don't have answers. Let's just draw the eye first, and then we'll go from there, probably. Because the problem is, well, she doesn't have hair on her yet. Any proper hair, anyways. It's gonna look ugly at the start. That's just expected. Probably make it work. I'll have to be closer, kind of like that. I don't know why I settled for the grunt face as the base for the face. I don't know why. I don't know. It just looks cute to me. I like grumpy faces. It makes me want to pinch them. Of course, you got a happy face. Happy. All right, get the proper coloring in there. There we go. So yeah, one of the things you want to do a lot of the time when you want a smooth curve is you kind of have to, like here you have 3, 3, 2, 2, 2, 2, 1, 1. Then you go 2 up, 3 up. So that gives it like a very smooth like curve. Because in nature there is no such thing as like it's really rare for there to be like harsh angles, like 90-degree angles. That's what you always have to remember. So it's sometimes you have to with pixel art, it's like figuring out how to cope with that because you're working with squares. It's not easy to make a curve out of them. So you use this kind of style. Best you can see with her hair, which makes it look more organic than it does like a block. Yeah, that nose would just have to be like that, unfortunately. Maybe you can even do this. Flew into the blue-nosed reindeer. I'm joking. Yeah, I think this will be smaller because you're at the side. All these squares make a circle, though. Yeah, they do eventually. And one of the interesting things is when you have like a space like this, when you're doing, well, I used to do Undertale sprites for fun as a teenager. Not anymore. I'd rather not touch that community, thanks to my experience with it. I'm glad that Zen had a good experience, but I certainly did not. And Zen, I'm mentioning, is one of, well, everybody knows who he is. Like, he works with Lifu's husband, blah, blah, blah. But yeah. With hair, sometimes you can add like a bit of thickness to it by adding pixels here instead of just these 1 pixels, and it makes it look, I guess it just bolds it a bit, makes it pop out a little bit more so it doesn't look too thin. Yeah. Now the hair is going to be very difficult because this, using this as reference here, this would be pointing towards us basically. Her hairstyle is very influenced by Doki Bird, if you know her. If you've seen that VTuber, you would know what the hairstyle is a reference to. Doki Bird's hair is very similar. The only difference is she doesn't have this kind of underside bit, and her hair is more. It ends more around here. Like this angle would be around here more. I just lowered it and kind of kept the same old hairstyle as old Luna had at the top, kind of, except I added this part here, which makes it more realistic. Realism. We all love realism. Anyways, now her hair is about 2 pixels up. So yeah, 2, 2, and it's right around here. Since we're at such a harsh angle, it'd be like that almost, and it'll pop out. The hair is gonna pop out the front, obviously, just to make it look 3D a bit. Reason I'm scrunching this down because this is 3 pixels, this 2 is just to add kind of that depth of field effect. You know, everybody knows it in art, depth of field. And I'm debating right now because you have this up part, but I don't think it's gonna. I think it will come like right around here actually. Yeah, that makes sense. That way it starts popping up out around here. We'll figure that all out eventually. I'm much better with front profiles because of the old sprites I used to do. I used to do nothing but like these full frontal profiles. That's what I call them, full frontal, because it's full front. You're just looking at the person straight on. Well, I have gotten better with these more sideways perspectives over the time. This is a bit. I think the shoulders are a bit weird because the shoulders are still kind of in equal width to this a bit. I think they're only pushed. I don't even think they're pushed in a little bit. No, they're not. They're about the same thing. The hand is a bit different, just to add a bit more harsh of an angle, but that's about it. One of the things I'm happy about is the fact that I'm getting better at doing like shoes and feet and getting the angle right, because I always struggled with that. It's always like when you get to the hands and feet that things get difficult because you got to figure out what to do with all those digits. With pixel art, it's sometimes you just got to simplify it when you're at such a harsh angle. It's only when you're trying to do a gesture with a hand do you really have to do more detailing for the, like let's say, what is it? The usual thing where you do, what is that symbol? That in time we shall have Luna spin. Hopefully. Like let's say if I wanted to do a thumbs up with Luna, you would have to, like, you can simplify the fist, but the thumb is like the part where you have to do a little bit more detailing. If you want to do more detailing for a thumbs up, you could, but it can be very difficult. Like you would almost need more pixels to do that. With even at the size she's at 157 pixels tall and 57 pixels wide from the hands. Even with that amount, I still don't have enough space to do extreme amounts of detail. You'd almost have to do like the old Mortal Kombat games to get any kind of detailing in the hands. Anyways, been talking a lot. I need to focus on what I'm doing. I think we're gonna need another layer for this. And use a red. So this is about. Let's use green. Use this color. I don't care. So that's about around there. Interesting. And we'll use red. Red. So it will. I'm wondering how I'm going to make it look. To make it look 3D. It's kind of further back in the around here because this area is darkened, so it's obviously overlapped by this. So it's much further in the back. So it's probably somewhere around maybe here. Yeah, somewhere around there. Which way? I think would it curve this way or would it curve kind of around here maybe? I probably need to bring up more side profile images. Good way to do that is to look at just searching it up, I guess. There we go. That's a good reference. Who is this by? By Arts of Win. Okay, really good pixel art profile right there that we can use as a reference. I wonder if I can add in the ears. Maybe that's a good, like, this is a good point to actually put it in ears, maybe. So it kind of just straightens out a lot right there. So maybe just doing something like this. Yeah, kind of have it inverse because since we're at such a harsh 90-degree angle, I would think this would actually look longer from the angle, and even this, so you would see it a bit better. So like, you get what I mean? Kind of inverting it in a sense. Yeah, something like that. This kind of, these two pop forward. This is in front of this. So this would have something right around here. It would curve up in there. Kind of, yeah. And then this one would kind of do that like this. I'm just kind of drawing out where they would be perspective wise, I think. Maybe. We'll see. Sometimes the easiest way to do it is just to kind of take this, bring this over. I need to be more careful with it. It's about like that. I could probably keep it the same size almost. Maybe just you would shrink it by a pixel. Something more akin to this. Yeah, maybe. Or maybe I can keep it the same thickness. I'm not sure. Almost remember the holy key Control Z. Yeah. What other games am I looking forward to this year? Well, originally I was looking forward to Prison Architect 2. I know there was I was looking forward to that game, but then a bunch of crap happened for that game. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if Leafy hasn't covered it. It's not the type of game she would enjoy. But I was looking forward to it, but it turned out there was some like crap happened or whatever in the company, and it's on permanent hiatus, which is kind of sad. Like Prison Architect is one of those games I enjoy in my free time. But now there's a new game coming out called what is it? Hotel Architect, which is a nice chill game that I would probably enjoy. So I am looking forward to that a little bit. Sounds like fun. I know. It's none of those action-packed shooter games like Marvel Rivals and all that stuff, but it's just the type of games I enjoy. I like the more casual kind of games. I really have moved on from my days as a teenager where I just liked to play shooter games. Not much anymore. Causes me too much stress. Mostly because of my competitive spirit. I'm a very competitive person when it comes to games for some reason. Like, I literally have to actively... games, simple is best, I agree. Yeah. I actually have to restrain myself sometimes when playing even freaking board games in real life because I'll get so competitive with it. I just have a competitive nature. It's just how I am. Which isn't bad. Well, the only problem is I get so worked up about certain things and just gotta learn to chill, as people would say. Yeah, this is gonna be a bit weird. Reason I scrunch it down is because of the angle, but I wonder if I should do. Yeah, this is gonna be erased. It'll look something like that a little bit. I think the only thing I'm gonna change is that, so it looks, yeah, something like this. And then this part here, just to make it look a little nicer, have it like that, and maybe, yeah, like that. Curls down maybe, and have this be this color maybe. We'll see. But yeah, Hotel Architect is a game that I just recently learned about. It sounded like a lot of fun. I mean, what's cool about video games sometimes when you have these architect games, you can use them as a reference for like fictional stories or whatever. Which is what I've been doing with City Skylines. Actually, is not the second game. I'm not a big fan of the second game because one, it's just not. I just don't like the feel of it. I mean, there's probably a better example. Like I've seen people play the game but they play it with so many mods, and there's not even mods on the workshop. It's from like a Paradox site or whatever, and stuff. You have to play with it with so many mods to actually make it work. It's just kind of annoying. I mean, same with City Skylines, but I mean, at least you can find it on the workshop. You don't have to go to some foreign website to, like some company-run website to get the mods or whatever, or something like that. Ooh, have I been drawing on there again? Oops, I did. My bad. I hate it when that happens. Alright, well, you're gonna get erased. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. Might just have to end up like being like that, weirdly enough. This maybe can go straight and have this expanded, because you are looking at it from a bit of a wider angle. Her hair would probably curve around like this. because it gives her that round head effect from the front. Might even move it back a little bit, maybe like... I'm trying to figure out what I want to do for the back of the hair. If I want to keep it kind of simple, just have it kind of flay out a little bit at the ends. Like something, say, like this. Kind of have it flayed out. Maybe have a bit of... Looks a bit weird because she's bald right now, but kind of get what I mean. We'll figure it out. Alright, let's start designing the basic shape. So one of the things is she does have this right here. This does go down like that, somewhat. Let me look at another image real quick. Hey, if you don't have 1,000 mods that kill your PC, are you really playing? I've seen Prison Architect 1, but never played. Prison Architect 1 is actually... I wish they kept... They could have made the game work 3D if they added like layers to the prison or something. Like they had some sort of system for it. Prison Architect 1, what it desperately needed is balancing with the prisoners, because a lot of them would get like one of the problems I've always found with Prison Architect 1 is just a lot of the prisoners would get really overpowered in a sense, and that was always very annoying. I find have it like that maybe, and not the best, but it'll work. That's the only problem I had with Prison Architect 1, really. Other than that, it was a pretty good game. Like, one of the things I was looking forward to in Prison Architect 2 was the fact that there was going to be... You're going to be able to actually make it layered. Like, the prisons would actually be layered, because in Prison Architect 1, you can only have one floor. You're working with only, like, one floor. This big empty plot, but in Prison Architect 2, you would have had, like, in a city or whatever. It's unfortunate that the company decided to, I guess in a basic sense, screw themselves over, which is kind of sad. They had all these YouTubers come on, too, which was probably a ploy to make it, yeah, prisoner takes 12 gauge buckshot to the face, pathetic. Yeah, that was the problem. That's the exact problem right there. They were a little bit ridiculous. I'm like, dude, my armed guard shot you in the face with a 12 gauge shotgun. You should not be alive. That was the problem a lot of the time. That needs to be... How am I going to do this? Have it end there, maybe? Probably just... It's weird. I'm trying to look at references here. Problem is, Luna has very much an anime style haircut. Maybe you gotta look at Doki Birds again. If you don't know, I'm just a total sucker for short hairstyles and stuff. That's just how I am. I don't know why. It's just something I just really enjoy for some reason. I just enjoy Doki Bird's hairstyle a lot. It just looks pretty nice. So I wanted to use it for as a reference for the new Luna sprite that I'm making. I also forgot about this. I need to mark this somehow. We'll figure that out. They could have added activists to protest to deal with the balance and increase lethality for the guards. Probably. I mean, they had civilians, so they could have probably done that. I have seen some YouTubers play an early access version of the hotel architect or whatever, and it looks very promising. It's just obviously it holds your hand for them at the beginning. Hopefully it doesn't do it as much when it actually comes out. I think this looks really bad, honestly. Kind of really be relatively honest, doesn't look that good. Oh, jeez. Yeah. Maybe I gotta do something like this, actually. It's really hard to get it to look nice the way I want it to. This is one of the big problem child's pixel art, the hair. There's always a problem child. Like working on this part right around here, like the main body is pretty easy. Sure, you might struggle with this area here, but you can usually figure that out eventually. It's when you get to the hands, the feet, and most definitely, like this hairstyle right here is much more advanced compared to the previous Luna. I should probably actually bring the old Luna up. Yeah, we'll grab this one. Like, you can see how much more simple the old Luna's hairstyle is compared to the previous one. Never knew they had a hotel architect. Yeah, it's still in early stages of development. It's not out yet. They did, like, some YouTubers have already played it a little bit. I just kind of ran into it, and I was like, oh, well, at least I have some sort of architect to look forward to. Some sort of architect game to look forward to, you know? Yeah, something like this. This is starting to look a little bit better. I think the only thing I want to do is like that, maybe. Maybe there's something back here. Yeah, that's behind this. It curls the same way, but it's behind this one, maybe. Yeah, something like that. Get myself nice and comfortable. Who doesn't like to be comfy? I am probably gonna have to take a break here to do my laundry, which is always fun. Who doesn't like doing laundry? Like I said, I have a life. I have stuff that I always have to do. Just how things are. Gosh darn it. Life, as Drew would say, life, what is that? Never heard of a brick in the mall. Ever heard of a brick in the mall? No, I do not. It sounds similar way to... What does it sound like? It reminds me of that toaster game that Markiplier played back in the day. Laundry is fun until the dryer makes weird noises? Yeah. Laundry sure is fun until it starts... Yeah. Gosh darn it. that's a bit harsh. I need to. Where is it? There we go. Change that to that color. There we go. It looks a bit better. Don't worry, this is all gonna get changed a bit later. I just need to get a basis for the hair. And probably add ears. Ears. Do you need to add this little tiny thing up here somewhere? Probably near the back of the head, maybe? Yeah. Have it right around there. Do. Hmm. This isn't going to be as easy as I want it to be. Probably have something there. I'll add it in just a sec. I see I might have been stolen by another streamer. Have a fun time. You as well. You go have fun, Drew. Adios. Just enjoying myself. Well, So it goes like this. 2. Yeah, something like that. There we go. Fill this in. Never mind. I forgot that I don't have this. This isn't on the same layer. My bad. There we go. A little more side profile-ish. Okay, false alarm. She starts in 25 minutes. Yeah. Leafy does start in 25 minutes. She starts at 7:30. I do know just about the exact time she does start. All right, let's see here. Add that like this. Do. Like that. And how does this like? This is just full on. Do that, maybe. If I do that, I have to change the hair and everything. Ah, jeez. Whenever I want to make a slight change, I gotta go back and change everything else. Might notice something about her teeth as I pass by. They look a little sharp. Sorry, we gotta go back through all of these and change them. When I notice a slight detail that I don't like that needs to be everything has to be changed. That's one of the pain butt things about sprite sheets is when you want to change one thing on a singular item, you have to go back and change all of them. Sad face. Classic. If you don't know what the classic is referencing now, let me see if I can find the head. Yeah, the dirt face. Funny little dirt face of the old Luna. So that's what it's referencing there. Derp. All fun. Man, I remember when derp was a slang term. Or like a word you'd say for when you're doing something dumb intentionally or something like that. It has a meaning. I don't remember exact definition. Man, I feel old sometimes. Yeah, we can keep it the way it is. I just noticed a detail I didn't like again, but we're not going to go back through all of them again and do that. Sad Luna face. The sad Luna? Yeah, sad says cry. Sad. You also got confused. I'm actually pretty happy about this phase. It actually looks like she's actually confused. I know the term when someone's looking derpy. Of course you would know, Drew. There we go. No, that makes her look ugly. We'll keep it like that, I guess. Now for the ears. I gotta have ears. Ears. Ears would be somewhere around here. Like a little bit, maybe a bit lower. Is that the wrong way? Yeah, that looks like it. Yeah, there. Ears. Ear wear. Gotta draw some reference lines here. Derp Luna is smartest Luna. I guess you can say that. Gotta love discrepancies like that. That needs to be higher. So we'll just take that. Oh, did I not grab the right thing? Yeah, on the wrong layer. There we go. Boop. Maybe make this longer so it doesn't look so flat at the back. Or maybe add something like this, maybe. You just kind of cut it off. And do something like that. Yeah, there we go. Hey, I like that. And these are the things kind of blocking you from seeing the ear kind of fully. Like these things right here. So we have maybe... something like that, maybe. Yeah. Have it kind of fade out. Yeah. Yeah, something like that. What else can I talk about that's interesting? My life is pretty bland. I don't have a lot of interesting things to talk about a lot of the time, unfortunately. Which is kind of nice to know that I'm not having too many crazy things happen a lot of the time. I recommend the my eyes Luna to remain a potential face. Oh, are you referencing the fish? You want me to do a face like the fish from SpongeBob that said, "My eyes"? I could probably do that. Yeah, give me a sec. Probably once I'm nearly done with this. The kind of so just give me just a sec. I didn't grab pencil, but that's okay. It's a bit high. Yeah, grab that. Just gonna have to be like that, I guess. Not perfect, but not too bad. Maybe move it just a bit forward. Yeah, there we go. Let's see how it looks without these lines. Yeah, it doesn't look half bad. Maybe the ears need to be bigger, or maybe they need to be further back. I'm not sure yet. Maybe I can add... I know, I promise we'll do it. We'll do the fish face in just a sec. A boring life is a calm life, yeah. Calm as can be sometimes. That'll have to be good enough. Let's find that fish. Where is it? My eyes. There he is. There's the fish. I'm calling him just Fish because I don't know his name. There's probably a proper name the creators gave for him or something. Yeah, he's tilting a bit to the right, so we can use that as a reference. So we'll grab this head right here. This... Ah! Where did it go? Ah! Put it right over here. Alright. Work on the brows first. I'm gonna work on the brows. I don't think he has a name. Yeah, we'll just call him Mr. Fish Face, I guess, because he is literally a fish. Maybe add some. Yeah, there we go. What do I do? Put these up like that. It's all coming together, don't worry. Well, you'll have it soon. It's gonna look hilarious, I bet. Alright, that looks a bit weird, but that's okay. That needs to go, that needs to go. There we go. And let's look at the... Okay. It's kind of weird because he's... What I might do is I'm not going to make the exact same eyes, but I'm going to use probably... Take this. Yeah. I don't know why I'm taking it from all the way over there, but I could probably just do it. Sometimes I question myself on my own sanity. I'm doing the funny. Well, I'm doing well. Well, most I'm doing right now is watching Guardians of the Galaxy 3. Ooh, that's cool. I don't think I've seen that one. I have seen the other two, but I haven't seen that one. It looks a bit weird. I think what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna have to do a different color scheme maybe. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. Ah, shoot. Didn't mean to do that. My bad. It's going to be hard to get the veins, though. That's going to be difficult. How am I going to do that? Yeah, something like that, maybe? My eyes! Maybe add some stress marks here, like that. Yeah. I can't believe I'm doing this for fun, but this is funny. I'm getting so sidetracked right now. It's worth it, though. It's freaking worth it. Oops. Do that. Take the mouth, lean it over here, put it right there. Oh. Yeah. It's gonna have to be. Something like that, maybe. Nope. And one last thing we could probably do is add smoke, but yeah, I think that gets the point across. My eyes. Maybe we could take that and maybe just. That kind of works. Yeah. There you go. My eyes. That's funny. My eyes. I'll probably put this head somewhere else. Over this way. We'll put you right over here for now. Now you have to have her react like that to Paul. Oh, Drew. We're getting sidetracked, though. We were supposed to make a side profile for Come on, who doesn't want to see an arched back? Oh, let's see here. Here's my references. There we go. I already have it in place. This would be okay. So we're gonna do a bit of sculpting. Who doesn't like some sculpting? We always like sculpting. Want to make probably just kind of a basic shape. Make it, keep using kind of this dark blue maybe. Let's see here. So the way yeah, work somewhere kind of like that. Gonna keep looking at images here. Doesn't bend too much at the front. Looks a bit weird. Oh shoot, wrong layer. Nah, whatever. It's good enough. So you'd have. This is just a reference right now. She might be leaning forward too much. Yeah, too much. Maybe take this off. Okay, back to side profile. Yeah, I know you want me to do more entertaining stuff, but I'll do it later. I promise you. I'll probably do it maybe off stream when I had the chance. All right, that doesn't look too bad. The back does come back forward though. Like it should come this way. The shoulders. This is a bit too high, isn't it? Yep, that's a bit too high. Kind of destroying my lines here, but that's okay. I wonder if this should be wider. No, I think that's about the right size actually. Looking at it. This needs to be a bit undercut though. Yeah, something like that. Who doesn't like sculpting? Sculpting. Might actually just look better like that. Yeah, it does look better like that. Legs. I'm gonna do the legs. Let's use a different color. Maybe purple. We'll use purple. You can see how the sculpting kind of works. You kind of chip away at the shape, kind of like a statue, just to get here. Hey, don't feel the need to placate my buffoonery. Yeah, it's okay, bud. Let's see. Yeah, that's pretty good. So the leg actually goes kind of like, where's the kneecap? Right around here, it's the kneecap. Gib, where's the kneecap? Gotta bust your kneecaps. Ugh. Ugh. I don't know, that's what it looks like. Yeah. I'm getting distracted by this, but I'm trying to figure out what's better. Maybe have this. I actually do have it come down a little bit. Kind of make it something like that. Then it's gonna kind of go out a bit further. To make the basic shape of the leg. And the joint will be somewhere around here. Right? That's where her kneecap is. There is an animate and there's an animate and a fuck. My brain is just breaking. There's a more anatomical version of Luna sprite I have that I use as a reference, so I know where the kneecap is. Just don't think. No, it's not gonna let me do that. Open with. Oh, that's where a kneecap is. Okay. Have it like that, maybe. Then attach it to a portion of the leg. Ah, shoot. No. Oops. It's really hard to figure this out. Sorry if I'm not talking too much, just trying to get this to look right, as they would say. I think that'll matter, because she'll be clothed. Alright, let's just... I think that'll be good enough. I'm going to start working on the lower leg. This is right where her ankles are, right around here. Yeah, right around there. It's pretty straight. Not too straight, but just straight enough. Yeah, that looks better. Yeah, the form is really coming together now. You can really starting to see it a lot better. Let's take maybe pink. Use that. Well, she started streaming. I hope you have fun time with your art. You as well, Drew. You go have fun. Adios, bud. I'll just be chilling. And if anybody, I'll try to think of some stories I can tell. Ooh, there is the New Year's stuff that happened. I can talk about that. Sure, that was a while ago, but still kind of funny. So during, actually, not kind of funny, kind of sad at the same time because of what happened to my boss. So I used to work at a restaurant, and my boss, I left peacefully. Most basically, I started working with my dad instead because my dad was just the work that my dad's place was like paying me more basically. So I was like, yeah, I think it's time to move on to a better job, like any sensible person would eventually. And I needed to get more money to pay for um like college and that kind of stuff, right? And what happened this New Year's is some pile of crap was abusing his girlfriend outside the restaurant across the street, basically just pushing her and stuff, just being a real a-hole. And basically what happened was one of the employees at Wally's was out there taking out the garbage, confronted him about it, like hey dude, stop being an a-hole. And what happened was there was eventually a scuffle and all that stuff, and my boss's the tip of his finger got bit off because this dude that was abusing his girlfriend also had a bunch of other drunk dudes with him. So not a lot of fun. Just happens, you know. Just hope my boss is okay. Didn't get any hepatitis or anything. What else? Well, what also happened this New Year's? It was kind of funny. Now this is the funny part. So, recently they put in. There's like for any Europeans that are watching. U.S. has been kind of putting in a lot of new roundabouts and stuff. So we've had like many new kind of roundabouts placed in. And for my example, Michigan, like the local town, the same town that the restaurant I worked at was has put in a new roundabout at a certain section that was pretty bad, like pretty dangerous sometimes. But the funny thing is, when it was New Year's, somebody decided to drive right through the middle of the roundabout, knocking over the signs, and it was so funny. Like, like what are you doing, man? It's just a funny thing. Just funny. It's just so dumb. Oh, what's funny is since a lot of Americans aren't used to like roundabouts. You have what you have is sometimes you'll have an old woman just flipping people off, going the wrong direction. That happened to my dad, but he used it once. Oh, jeez. I love my country sometimes. I'm joking. I love my country, but there's a lot of dumb people in the US of A, unfortunately. Just happens. Oh yeah, that's the news of my New Year's. Oh jeez. Oh jeez. Yeah, this looks very nice. I did a really fucking good job at this. I have been avoiding swearing, but I'm gonna swear now. I've done a fucking good job at this. It looks really nice. Nah, that's good enough. Donkey. That's a good enough donkey. We like good donkeys, don't we? That's good enough. Yeah, we can actually start kind of drawing in everything. I usually use this tool when I know that I'm not gonna be too complicated. Where is it? Why am I not finding it now? There it is. Oh, we just need one. Make that intensity at 100%. Make it the quality at maximum, I guess. Yeah, there we go. That just makes it a very simple to just boop, boop, and boop. Don't forget boop, and boop here. Perfect. Nice and outlined. Not much hassle. And now we can just start adding details in. Now, we're going to have to draw entirely... Oh, shit. I must have forgot to fix that. That's my bad. Or is it this? It is that. Okay, good. I was worried there for a second, and I just screwed up a lot of stuff. Probably make this back to red. Or green, maybe. Yeah, green. Green will pop up more. So that's the lower part of the belt. This is the top of the belt. This is the bottom, right around there. This region I'm not going to worry about because this is just going to be the side profile of the pocket, kind of. So it's not too much of a big hassle. Shoe, top of the shoe is around here. Shoulder area. So the shoulder, the main arm is going to be right around here. I'm not going to draw the arm yet. I'm just going to draw the body first, obviously, because then it'll cover up so much. I just need the arm separated first before I put it on. And this is the first side profile. We're going to be making two of them because, you know, two different directions. The neck does go up to here. All right, let's start with, I guess, let's just, this is going to be clothed. So this is just going to be, I'm going to actually get a copy of this. Because I will need this in the future. For something different. Put that down there for now. So this is going to be fully clothed. So this, you're not going to see this part, obviously. Because she's wearing jeans. So this is obviously going to be covered here. And the clothing is going to definitely, you're not going to see as much of an arch here. It's probably going to be something like that, more like. So we're going to just change that up real quick. So it would be something like this. You go like here. Maybe add a bit here. Go out like that. Yeah, something like this, since she's wearing clothing. And this will definitely not be there. It's going to be more, I think it's just going to be more like this. You're not even going to see. Yeah. And even this will probably be like, be more like that, maybe. Yeah. I know, disappointing, but trying to keep it a bit realistic. That needs to be lower. It's nice to start up, you know, what I'm probably going to use this for is reference for like different clothing styles in the future if I ever have the time to do that. Like this like more formal clothing will probably get more details to make it more interesting. But for now, just kind of it's simple and easy to make right now. All right, built. Yeah, I think this will also pop out a bit because of the belt. That's the wrong side. Alright, that's good. So it's good to have a bit of asymmetry with your drawings and stuff. Like even with drawings or in pixel art, you always want to have some asymmetry. Because that way it looks... It needs to be higher. That way it looks interesting to the eye. Like for example, let's just look at this image here. So obviously you have this right here that's a bit off. That right there, that's a bit off. The rest of it is pretty symmetrical, but you have these slight details that make the character look interesting. Like you have her hair being parted differently here. Didn't mean to do that. But yeah, you have the hair parted differently here. You have this going in a different direction. It adds it adds focus points basically. You would have this right here just above the chest. And you have this at the belt. So you have like focus points. You would notice your brain will notice you won't notice it immediately when you look at a character. When the character's sideways, you definitely like the challenge is actually adding kind of symmetry to it in pixel art. Like making it look symmetrical from an angle, which is difficult. So you need to be higher. You need to be up here. Look at that. There's a detail I missed right there. And here. So it doesn't melt right into the belt, basically. Like it somewhat melts into it, the main belt buckle. Because originally this was the same color as this. That's why this is there, to differentiate, basically. This is going to go up a bit, so it's going to be kind of tiered. Don't know if that looks weird, honestly. But it works. Maybe having it like this, maybe. Yeah, something like that, maybe. And even have it go down a bit, maybe, in the back here. Yeah, maybe at the very end. How long does this look? It's fairly long. Just add one more pixel. This looks shorter from the front because, you know, perspective. Gotta remember perspective. Yeah, so maybe something like this. I'm not too sure. Maybe this needs to be further back. Yeah, we'll work on it. So now we can add, we can go to here, grab this. Just start kind of outlining the pants. This needs to be lower down. Because what does a belt look like on a waist? You usually have it over the hips. Yeah, so you would have it higher, technically. We'll work on that later. Do 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 do. Dun 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 dun. That like that. Oops. Whoopsies. That's okay. Yeah, there we go. Let's fill this in actually. See how that looks. The only thing now I gotta add is the back pocket and probably the... Yeah, I think this definitely needs to be lower. Oh, the little butt of things needs to be lower. That's kind of funny. Funny and not funny, because I gotta fix it. Like maybe something more like this. 2 pixels down at least, maybe. Yeah, something like this. That actually looks kind of better. A little bit. Make this go... Make this entire side go 2 pixels down. Like that. Yeah, it's gonna look a bit weird for a minute because I gotta change all this, but it should look better by the end. There, it actually looks like it's on her waist a bit more. Doesn't look like it's fallen off or something weird like that. Like those guys in Chicago. There's some weird people in frickin' Chicago, I swear. I remember I took a trip to Chicago only once, by train and stuff. And there's like this weird meth head with like his belt loose around his waist or whatever, freaking acting like a crazy person. It's like, ugh. I never want to go back to that city ever again. Maybe just have it like that. Yeah. Maybe I have it like this. Oh, we gotta do pockets. Gotta love pockets. Let's take this one. So this is the side that it's on by technicality. It's just underneath the belt buckle. Yeah. Should be like right around here. So what we can probably do is do something like that. Yeah. So this is intentional because the open part of your pocket is right around here, obviously, and this is just the seam, basically. That's what I'm using it for. So you have back pockets, obviously, on jeans. I'm not sure on women's jeans, considering clothing always seems to have, like, no pockets. So one thing I feel bad for women about is the fact that their clothing never seems to have pockets for some freaking reason, which is annoying. Looking at my own jeans right now, do they use it as a reference? There's actually a seam here. There's a lot of details in jeans I could add to this, but it would take forever. And I think it's very unnecessary. I don't want it too close to this pocket. Well, it actually is pretty close. It's not too far. It's kind of funny. I'm using my own jeans as reference. I think this actually needs to be a bit lower. How goofy is that? Using your own jeans as a reference. That probably would be good enough. We can start working on the shoes. Or Yeezys. I said something cringe. Now everybody's gonna leave. Oh, jeez. Give me green. Give me green. I want green. So that... Oh, it's actually perfect height. Nice. That is perfection. Jeez. So this is, let me look at shoes. Yes, this is intentional because most shoes are designed like this. You have that weird like front guard basically, and it kind of folds a bit differently on each shoe because, you know, shoes aren't perfectly symmetrical. They're built for right and left feet, just how they are. She's a bit pigeon-toed. Yeah, pigeon-toed. Sounds like I'm saying toad. But yeah. It's her feet, it does look like she's pigeon-toed, but she's not. It's actually because of the big toe here makes it look like that. On the anatomical version of Luna, she actually looks pretty fine. So since this is the right foot. This is the right foot. We'd have to go something like this. Yeah, something like that. Then you'd have this part go all the way around. I think this needs to be wider. Yeah, something like that. And then we can do... yeah, something like that. And just have it phase into it, maybe. Now the hard part is doing the laces. Because I think, since this is about halfway... no, right here is actually halfway on the shoe. Just about. Move these over here. Where is it? It's about... that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna bring this sucker forward like that. This guy is kind of gonna phase into this a little bit like this. Yeah, like that. It looks like kind of like proper shoelaces. Of course, I would love to make it look tied, but that is a process in itself. Gonna add the arch here. It's a bit too wide. I do have it where it's like that. And actually, I think these laces need to come down like this. Yeah, more like that. Yeah, like that. Shoes. We got shoes. Actually, I could keep it round, can I? It just might be that angle. Yeah, we can just... now we'll change it. I think it looks better rounded. I don't know why I chose a harsh angle on that. Yeah, that looks good. Got the shoe done. Got the pants done, it looks like. Looking fan-frickin-tastic. Alrighty. The shirt. This is the fun part, as everybody would say. Oh, jeez. This is where the fun begins. Alright. I don't think it's the right size, though. Zip booba are not the right size. Yep. Oh, alright, we're gonna adjust that. Not just on this one, we're gonna have to adjust it over there. On this one, down there. So this. Not entirely anatomically correct, but it's gonna have to do. Probably do is this. Doesn't look that good, does it? Not to me, at least. Ah, the problems of consistency. This is where the elbow meets the arm. It's nice that the shirt doesn't have too many details, so I can literally leave it kind of like this almost. Except for this top area where the neck is. That is the one thing I gotta do. I think the neck stays the same width though, too. Yeah. Yeah, this little shadow is basically the neck. It's a bit hidden, but that's where it is. Interesting. Okay. So the neck would be... One of the things people forget is the neck is on a bit of an angle. Yeah, if you look at this, if you look at a side, you can literally search it up right now. If you look at a side profile of anybody, your neck is a bit angled. What would be the degree? Somewhere around maybe 20 or 10 degrees? Something like that. Because your head kind of pops forward a bit. Even when you're kind of trying to sit up as straight as possible. So that's one of the things I got to account for a little bit. Yeah, it looks pretty goofy right now, but I'm going to change that in just a sec. How am I going to draw this? I'm trying to draw the collar. At least the collar the best I can. Wonder if I can do something like that, maybe. I want to add a bit more detail into it. Yeah. Maybe just right there. That could probably work. I gotta use the restroom for a little bit, guys. Thank you so much for sitting with me and just watching me do this. I know I'm not the most entertaining. I wish I had more things to kind of talk about, but I don't really have much. Not from memory, at least. So, I'll be right back with you guys in just a sec. Adios. Sorry. I have myself muted. I've completely forgot. Gosh darn it. Oh, I was just talking about how I'm going to be ending the stream now. Because it's been nice, just chilling, relaxing. I really need to get music when I do streams like this. That way they got more stuff to stimulate your brains with. Well, for anybody who's watching at all, I hope you've enjoyed, even if it's been a kind of a hopefully not too boring stream. Zin, sorry I've been gone. I had to do laundry and that kind of stuff. That's how life is. Gets in the way a bit. But yeah. I hope you've enjoyed, even if you're only here for a little bit. And I'll see you all next time. Bye-bye.
I guess this is the end. I'm afraid time won't bend. The rising moon's sending a soothing tune. Our hearts feeling blues, our choice we didn't choose. Now it's time for a rest. Maybe that is for the best.